Hey, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to Life Mastery Decoded, where I help you decode the struggles in your life in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality with mind mastery, emotional management, and meditation. Welcome to today's podcast. Hey ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I am hoping I find you living your life on purpose and meaning. If you are not living a life full of purpose and meaning, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. Now, do I have a life that's full of meaning and purpose? Well, I have a life full of meaning and purpose, probably more than the average person, but that is because I intentionally do so. I'm always striving towards something. So let's talk about your goals. Let's talk about you living a life of purpose and not just letting life live you. That is no way to take advantage of this beautiful, wonderful gift that we've been given. That is no way to do that. We really don't know 1,000% that we're going to have another life after this. And I will certainly tell you, we're not going to remember it. Because if I've lived a life before, I have no idea that I have because I don't remember it, right? And I know there's past life regression, therapy things that you can go to, and all of that stuff is great. However, I'm here right now in this moment, and I want to make the absolute best of it. So here are my top 4 activities, perspectives, things that you can do that will start to shift your thinking, and you can start living a life filled with purpose and meaning. The very first thing, find your purpose. Why are you on this planet? When I first discovered mine, I was in 2nd grade, and we were in circle time in Miss Bro's class. And I remember her asking, okay, everybody, I want you to think about what you want to be, what you want to do when you grow up. Of course, a normal question that every teacher, parent, grandparent asks their kids, asks the kids around them. And I remember it gets to me and I said, people are like, I'm going to be a firefighter. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a doctor, whatever. And I said, I'm going to be a teacher. And of course, that is also a very popular answer. However, it wasn't a grade school teacher or a college professor or a high school gym teacher, though I was all of those things. It was just a teacher. I wanted to learn, I wanted to study, and I wanted to teach because I want to help people. I want to empower people. That is my purpose. The rest of it is gravy. If I am talking with somebody at a bus stop who says they're in a crappy relationship and they don't know what to do, I would have one heck of a conversation with her. I would teach her things. I would share knowledge with her in helping her to grow into that empowered woman that I could see. I wanted to be a teacher, and that's what I chose. The rest of it is formality. The rest of it is just frameworks. How do you want? Do you want to do a podcast? Do you want to be a classroom teacher? Do you want to teach in person? Do you want to teach from stage? Do you want to do courses? Do you want to write a book? There's a billion different ways you can actually teach somebody something. And I chose a couple of different ways. I'm using my voice. That's my strength. That's the other thing. Find your strengths. I told you about a time I was working in a small retail shop and I hated being the cashier for hours and hours on end. It was very brutal on my body. I didn't mind doing it for short periods of time, and I liked being a cashier. I was good at it, and I liked entertaining the line and helping people and serving people and giving them a good experience. I just didn't like doing it for 8 hours. And I remember when I had my evaluation and I was giving my manager a hard time about being on the register, and I was being all animated and, crabby about it and whatever. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta be on the register for how long? Can't somebody else do it? Isn't there someone else who wants to do it more than I do? Anyway, so we're in this evaluation and she gave me, I don't know, it was like on a scale from 1 to 5, it was a 3 about accepting direction from management. And I said, that's not fair. I accept direction just fine. I just don't want to be on the register. And she goes, we have to share the wealth. So what her thought was, instead of focusing on your strength, it is focus on all of these areas, even if it's not a strength. Now, I'll also tell you this, they have a ton of turnover. Nobody wants to work on their weakness unless it brings you joy. I told you that I got an acoustic guitar for Christmas from my stepdad. I've wanted an acoustic guitar for a really, really long time. I am not going to be on stage probably not anyway, with my guitar. But I really, really want to learn. So the learning process brings me joy. So finding the thing that you want to learn, if it brings you joy, then by all means, do it. The learning will be much easier. But if it is like because someone said, hey, you need to learn this thing, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to, well, let me tell you, that's not going to be a strength of yours. So do the thing, find your strengths, and then hone in on that strength. And then figure out if you can merge your purpose and your strength together. My strength is in learning the research when there's a problem, coming up with lots and lots of different ways to solve a problem that is just in my life. And when that problem is in my life, I research the absolute crap out of it. And then I apply what I'm researching. I apply these steps, these techniques, these tools that I'm learning to my life to see what works. And I throw away what doesn't work, because it doesn't work. And I find the simple yet powerful tools that change my life quickly. My first go around was relationships. I had one terrible relationship after another. All of them changed me and transformed me into the person I am today. However, somewhere in the mid-90s, I was like, I am absolutely sick of this. I'm sick of having these crappy relationships. I am going to do something different. Was I trying to get them to be different? Yes, absolutely, because that's what we do. But I also stepped into the ring to say, what can I do differently? And I did it. I did it. I changed things about me. I changed my perspective. And that is the third thing, your perspective. I changed my perspective. I took charge. I took the initiative. What can I do differently that's going to create a different outcome? I treated the relationship differently. I treated myself differently. I raised my own confidence and my self-esteem and my own self-love so that I could love another on a deeper level. And my relationships got better and better and better until I landed the best relationship I could even ever think of. And I've been with Amy for 11 years now. And we are like two lovebirds. People who meet us and they see how we interact and they're like, are you guys newly dating? And we're like, no, we've been together for 11 years. And they're like, what? Like they would never guess that. It's because we both have the capacity to love each other on a deeper level. But it's not because I told her to. It's because I deepened my own self-love. So find your purpose. What are you on this planet to do? And let's say you're a taxi cab driver. Your purpose isn't to be a taxi cab driver. Your purpose is to help people find their adventure, right? Driving through, or it's to assist them, or it's serving people, okay? Just like me, a teacher, I didn't want to be a third grade teacher or a gym teacher or a college professor. I tried those things. It wasn't quite a fit. My strength is speaking and teaching, but it's and my interest, which is the number 4, is my passion is personal development / spirituality, but I kind of lump it in together. That's my passion. You see? So let's just recap. Your purpose is kind of a broad topic to teach, to serve, to help, to heal, to entertain. That's broad, okay? Then your strength. My strength was speaking. So I'm a really good public speaker. I'm a really good coach. I'm a really good podcaster, as far as I can tell. I really love it. It brings me joy. Then the perspective. Now, what can I do to put all these together? I take my strength, my purpose, my passion, which is in the personal development / spirituality field, and I put all these together and I give myself a new perspective. I have put this whole package together. My purpose is to teach. My strength is speaking. My passion is personal development. I just kind of created my entire my entire purpose here, right? I've basically just given myself meaning because I have a strength. I've been given that. The strength is your gift. The strength is your gift on this planet You know, you might have a son or a daughter or a friend who's really good at telling jokes or stories or entertaining or helping people or being a listening ear or really, really supporting one another or is really, really smart on the computer. All of these things, that is somebody's purpose and their strength. That is your natural given talent. Now, what are you interested in? What area? I don't want to be a third grade teacher. I love personal development. Great. So personal development, speaking, and teaching, put all that together and you basically have come up with meaning in my life. No matter where I'm at, no matter what I do, no matter what job I take or who I'm working with, this field is exactly what surfaces in every relationship. Every time someone has a problem, I show up. That is creating massive amounts of joy in my life, is if I could give a little bit of insight to somebody. I can ask a few questions to somebody. I can ask, what is going on? What are you needing help with? Where are you asking like these introspective questions? I don't know if that's the right word, introspective. But perspective, that is giving yourself a chance to look at things differently. Because when you give your life meaning and you live by the standard of meaning, you will never be unhappy. Not truly. Not for long periods of time. Of course, things will happen in your life and will go through loss and challenges and problems that will make you seemingly unhappy, but your overall collective vibration, your vibrational emotion is going to be happiness. I've got good relationships. I've got good money coming in. I've got a good career. I love what I'm doing. I love my life. Yeah, I'm mad about, I got a flat tire. I'm mad that, my son got black crap all over my favorite shirt. Or that, right? I mean, so yes, of course you're going to fluctuate. That's what we do. But overall, you're going to be happy. And if you give yourself that perspective that says, hey, you know what? I'm going to get in the driver's seat of my car. And I'm just going to apply these three things: purpose, strengths, and your passion. And I'm just going to take a few minutes every day and move in that direction. Hone your strength. Spend time trying to figure out your passion. Now remember, a long time ago, I was in the fitness field, like starting in probably, ninth grade. I've been really, really interested in fitness. And that was my passion for a long, long time. I was a fitness instructor, I was a fitness teacher, I was a gym teacher, I was a personal trainer, I was a boot camp instructor. I did a bunch of videos. I recorded other people so they could kind of see their progress. I was successful in that field. But then my passion changed. And it moved from fitness to now where I'm at in personal development. So these are the things that I suggest for you in giving your life meaning, is applying these first three and then taking a chance on your perspective and saying, okay, how do I apply this into my life? Because once your life has meaning, happiness will follow. Because when I do my podcast, because am I not teaching? Am I not speaking? Teaching is my passion, speaking is my strength, and my passion, teaching is my purpose. Speaking is my strength, and then my passion is personal development. Is that not what I'm doing right now? Well, I'll tell you, on the vibrational scale from 1 to 10, I'm a 10. As I'm standing in the middle of my living room watching my dogs wrestle over a stuffed donut, and it is completely snowing blizzard outside, but I'm a 10 because my life has meaning. And I want you to be a 10. I want your life to have meaning. I want you to figure out your purpose, your strengths, and your passion, and put those pieces together. Because, life is meant to be lived. And we don't have enough time on this planet to dink around with life living us. You're going to manifest anyways. You might as well be in charge. Your car is rolling down the hill. Do you want to decide which way it goes? Because you might be heading towards a ravine or a tree or the lake, and not in a good way. It's time for you to grab the steering wheel of your life and turn in the directions towards giving your life meaning and purpose. If you liked this episode and look forward to future episodes, please consider making a small monthly donation to help support this podcast. If you are looking for a community to join and have more access to me, then consider one of the following platforms. Chakras for Beginners is an energy-based community that is highly active and growing every day. Lady Rising is a sistership community where the focus is on spiritual support and connection. We hold monthly calls and talk about topics such as today's episode. We also have an online store where you can meet your meditation and chakra needs with products for your journey. You can visit us at www.themeditationroomtc.com. Thank you for joining me and being a valued listener.